Hello, good morning, because it is here in the UK. So, one thing I used to get on sales calls a lot was I'd go through all my questions and ask the right questions, or I thought I was asking the right questions, and I'd get to the point where I make my presentation, be like, here's my awesome program. It's 8 weeks long, it does this and that, and it's going to turn you into a superhero by the end. And would you like to sign up? And they'd be like, do you know what? This sounds fantastic, Richard, but let me just go away and think about this. I need some time to think about this. Let me go away and think about it. Or they'd say, oh, it's a bit of a tight time of year. I've just paid a tax bill, or I've got Christmas coming up, or I've got a lot of Easter eggs to buy for my family. So it's a difficult time of year. Let me come back to you. And they'd always kind of delay and slip away from it. So when someone says, I need to think about it, here's what you say in response. So the important thing is, before I tell you what the question is to understand why they are saying this. So pretty much always when someone says, I need to think about it, they're not saying, I need time to think about it. They're saying, I am not 100% sure that what you are offering is going to give me the result that you are promising. So let's say that you're offering a dating course that will help someone meet their ideal partner. Well, they may have done multiple dating courses before. They may have done other stuff, or maybe they've never done anything before, but they don't believe that it's possible for you to show them how to meet their ideal partner. So while they're on the call because they really want the result, they don't necessarily believe that it's either possible for them to do it or you can help them do it. So it's some sort of objection based around the fact of, I don't believe I'm going to get the result here. Whether they don't believe it's possible for them to do it, but it is possible for others to do it, or they don't believe it's possible that you can teach them this. Either way, it's kind of the same thing. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to get the results. So let me go away and think about it. It really means I'm not sure enough to sign up now. I'll go away and maybe some clarity will happen later, which it won't. People don't come back when they say this, or very rarely do they. So what you've got to ask them is very simply, so absolutely, you can go away and think about it if you want, but if you're needing to go away and think about it and you're not jumping in right now, both feet first, that tells me that potentially there's something you're not quite sure about here. Maybe you're not 100% sure that this is going to work for you, that you're going to get the results. Is that right, John or Sarah or whatever her name is? And then you can get to the root of the problem, because most of the time they'll admit it then. They'll be like, well, yeah, there was just that thing, I have had a coach in the past and I paid them 10K and I didn't get anything back. Or, I've been a loser my whole life and no one's ever wanted to date me. I just don't believe that I'm suddenly going to become this like super attractive being in a month's time. It just doesn't make sense to me. Then you can do something without objection. Then it's your job to show, okay, well, but a great way of doing this is with case studies. So I had a client just like you, Bob, who came to me, and he'd never been on a date before, and he was 38. But within 4 weeks, he went on his first date ever in his life based on what I taught him. It was completely natural and authentic to him. He didn't have to spend hours a day online and sending messages or any of that nonsense. And now he's dating her. He's been with her 6 months and they're planning to get married. I've had 3 other clients very similar to that in that scenario. So I anticipate if you got involved and you threw yourself in just like Bob did, you would get similar results. I understand your skepticism because you've never been here before, but you have to do something different in your life if you want different results, Bob. So what say we jump in and do this? Or it might be someone's done a bunch of courses before. Like what happens to me is that my ideal client has done all the big courses on the market. They've spent 9, 10, 15K on these courses and not got the result, or maybe got mediocre results. So they come to me and they really want to believe I can help them. But at the same time, they're really skeptical because they're like, I've spent so much money before. Why would it be different this time? So I explain, look, my ideal client is actually you. I'm aiming at people like you who've done everything before. And what's different about my course is, yes, you probably know all the theory about marketing. You know how to sell, you know how to write copy, yet you're not getting the results. And that's because you've been taught to do this in this sort of cookie cutter way where everyone sounds the same, or you don't know how to apply it to your specific situation. Well, I give very specific feedback on everything you do. I review everything you write. I even listen to your sales calls and I tell you exactly what changes to make. So you know exactly how to make this work for your business. Whereas those other courses, because they're obsessed with scaling and you want to get to like $2-3 million a month, they can't give you that unique feedback. So everyone is just given the same content and we're left to work out for themselves, okay, how do I apply this to my business? I don't leave anything to chance. I tell you exactly how to do this. Hi, Alice. So that's how I overcome that objection. But unless you ask that question in the first place, which is, okay, I can tell that there's obviously something here that you're not sure about, that you're not happy with, you don't think you're necessarily going to get the result with me. Unless you ask that question so you can unpack exactly what the objection is and then overcome that objection, you're going to lose a lot of people. So again, if you want to know how to do this for your business, if you've got specific questions about sales that you're probably losing and you're probably letting a few people slip through the net, which is a lot of money, every person, if you've got a high ticket course, let's say it costs 5K and you let one person a month slip through the net, that's 60K a year you're throwing away. So worth sending me a message just to figure out how to kind of plug the leaks on this. Well, anyway, short video today. Hope that was useful to you. Leave any comments if you've got any questions. Otherwise, see you again soon.